Hi guys, Shopper back once again with another mint in box. And today we're looking at the Fortnite Squad Mode 4-figure pack. This is a brilliant little set and I can't wait to get into it. But for now, let's just look at the packaging. The large window on the front shows you everything you're going to be playing with in this set. You've got 4 building materials at the bottom which double as base stands for the figures to stand on. You've got 4 weapons, technically 5, and you've got 4 figures and some thematically appropriate pickaxes. The package itself is very bright and really pops visually, and I can see it standing out on toy shelves and really drawing the eye towards it. And it's a great starting point because you get 4 of the more well-known and well-established Fortnite skins that a lot of people use and have a lot of brand association, which is a great starting point in my view. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up and then run through each figure individually as well as a weapon. Let's get going. And first up we have Rex, who's part of the Dino Guard set. It's a very interesting skin. It's a very simple skin at that, because if I just remove his hat, he's just the Jonesy design in a very Jurassic colour scheme with a funny rubber hat. The hat itself is a little loose. I would have liked to have seen it moulded on, but for the sake of cutting costs, I can see why they went with this approach. Plus it frees up the head for movement. He's got all the articulation you can expect from this line, and the colour scheme is just very, very nice overall. The green and orange really pops and gives him a very unique look. This skin came out on March 4th, 2018. And has been in the store a number of times since, and has even seen the Triceratops join him as part of the Dino Guard set. I'd love to see the Triceratops join him in this line as well, because that's one of my favourite skins that I sadly don't own. He comes with the Party Animal harvesting tool, which is a keg on a kind of beer tap staff. This was released in January 2018. Very nicely brought out. Slurp being one of the drink brands in the Fortnite world. Very well represented. And it's a good heavy duty harvesting tool that you can grip fairly well. But due to the design of the staff, there's no good place for him to hold it two-handed. But due to its small size, it's well suited for him to wield it one-handed. And looks the business. One of the weapons that comes with this 4-pack is a scoped assault rifle. This is a good mid-range weapon to have in-game. It's the blue rarity, and he can hold it fairly well. There we go. And he looks great holding it. So just put it up a bit. There. Looks quite dynamic. Next up is the Cuddle Team Leader. A very iconic skin in the Fortnite game, and is part of the Royale Hearts set, which came out around Valentine's last year and has been a mainstay of the game since then, coming out numerous times and has been recoloured a number of times as well. I think there's like 4 variants. There's Cuddle Team, the Panda one, a American one, and a Halloween one. So just this figure alone has a lot of repaint potential, and we'll probably be seeing at least 4 of these come out over the course of the line. She's a very good looking skin, very well represented version of her in-game model. And this is the first female body type that I've played with. And she does have all of the same articulation as the male figures do, just on a slightly smaller frame. And I really dig it. It's a good articulation scheme, and both male and female versions of the figures are fantastic to pose and have fun with. She comes with the Tat Axe, which came around the same time as she did, part of the Royale Heart set, and it's a very nice like tattoo inspired pickaxe. And again, she should be able to hold it with both hands quite comfortably, in fact. Her hands are quite dainty and is a problem with the female body types I've found, where the hands are a little too tight. But overall, they work just as effectively as the male counterparts and look pretty cool. The weapons closest to the Cuddle team leader were the gold legendary dual pistols. Dual pistols actually having been brought back into the game since I started reviewing these figures, which is great. So now we get to see these characters dual wielding once again. And they look pretty good in hand. They've got the nice ridged handles that allow the hands of the figures to grip the weapons a lot better than, say, the smooth handle of the other weapons. Some weapons have a nice ridged grip on the weapons, some don't. I don't get why, but the ones with the grip generally fit the figure's hands better. She can go all John Wick. Next up is the Bright Bomber, part of the Sunshine and Rainbow set, and came about in around January last year, and she's quickly become one of the most iconic characters of Fortnite, especially since she is based on the Ramirez character model, and she comes out pretty good in a 3D form. All the details on her t-shirt are pretty nice. The webbed undersuit came out pretty nice. Face sculpt is solid. Hair is nice and pink. Overall, a very nice looking figure that can have a variety of poses because the articulation is just as good. Nice clicky joints too. Her signature harvesting tool is the Rainbow Smash Pickaxe. Obviously a reference to Rainbow Dash from the My Little Pony franchise, but it's got more of a unicorn llama head design. And this came shortly after Bright Bomber was released, but it ties in with her theme very nicely. And she can, in fact, hold it. Again, the female figures have very tight hands. Like her thumb is just actively bending against holding it. But with a little coercion, she can hold it just fine. The weapon above her in the package was a blue rarity semi-automatic sniper. A very fun weapon when it was in the game, sadly now vaulted. But it's nice to see that it got an inclusion in this line. And just doesn't seem to want to take hold of it. Let's try the other one. There we go, just got to wedge it in a little bit. There we go. It's a little fiddly. My hands aren't very good at this minute finesse thing, but she holds it pretty effectively and looks ready for action. And finally we come to Ragnarok, part of the Harbinger set and a Season 5 Battle Pass skin. You had to get to tier 100 to get this fully armoured Norse god looking form. He's very similar to Omega in that respect, but it's a very nice looking skin. He has translucent beard and horns, evoking the spectral flame effect that the character has once it reaches this level. Very nice sturdy armour. The pauldrons are rubberized, so they don't hinder the articulation too much. Again, with his battle skirt, it doesn't hinder any of the leg movement. For a more heavily armoured figure, it's great to see that none of the articulation is hindered, apart from maybe the head. Because he has this massive beard and slight mullet, his head can't move up and down. It will go side to side, but it does so at a slightly odd angle. But apart from that, it's a very good figure. Very, very impressive that something like this complicated of a design can be rendered in a 4-inch figure and still retain the articulation that this line has won me over with. He comes with the Permafrost pickaxe, which was an unlockable reward during the whole gaining all the armor pieces for Ragnarok. One stage included the Permafrost, and it's a very nice looking harvesting tool that shares the translucent blue plastic bits. Some nice light piping in that, and he absolutely looks the business wielding it. It's a very menacing Viking looking weapon, which really suits his whole aesthetic. If you bought the collectible loot chest that I reviewed, then you would have the frozen shroud piece that goes along with this set. So I'll just plug that in to complete his look. There we go. Now he looks properly Viking. Above Ragnarok was a legendary pump shotgun. A very good weapon in my opinion, and one that I use frequently. Nice to see it rendered. It looks pretty heavy duty. So why not give it to the heaviest duty figure in the pack? Oh yeah, he's ready to Ragnarok and roll. Overall, if you're looking to get into the Fortnite figure range from Jazwares, I highly recommend picking up the Squad Mode pack. You get 4 very different figures, 4 very unique looking figures that bolster a ton of articulation, some fun weapons, some iconic pickaxes, and overall it's just a fun set to have. You can play out dioramas, you can have 2 duos teams, you can have a whole bunch of little scenarios playing out, especially if you pair it up with the Turbo Builder set. You can pick up the Fortnite Squad Mode Set for around $34.99 from most good stockists. And I think that is a great price point considering a single figure with a pickaxe runs around £12. I think getting 4 for under 40 is a great price. As always, I've been Sharpo. This has been the Fortnite Squad Mode 4-pack from Jazwares, and I'll catch you guys next time on Mint in Box.